One of the mental mountains I'm still learning how to climb is forgiving my parents. I've carried a lot of resentment towards them, wishing they would change. I've journaled about this plenty and dissected this reoccurring theme in therapy, and something I've come to realize about myself is that I tend to jump straight to the result of what I'm looking for. Like with forgiveness, I try so hard to get there through affirmations and meditations, but I've come to realize that it doesn't really work that way, at least not for me, because it means skipping everything in between, like the understanding, processing, and grief of it all. The path towards forgiveness for me has meant acknowledging their humanity first, for the things they didn't know how to carry, and learning how to hold compassion for the circumstances and things that shaped them long before they ever became my parents. And I can sometimes get stuck on this mountain because I'm more focused on the view, longing for that inner peace that doesn't require the climb to get there. It's taken a lot of awareness for me to realize that my parents are just two imperfect people like me. I know my mom has a big heart and she limits access to it for her own safety, and because of her own historical upbringing. Our relationship hasn't been easy, and sometimes it can be really painful for the both of us. But something that's helped me soften towards her is imagining her as she was when she was younger. And that thought alone makes me realize that maybe I've been too hard on her too. And I've had to sit with the guilt for expecting them to be everything I needed, because when I think about the age they were, raising a large family and carrying responsibilities I can barely imagine holding at my age, I realize I couldn't have done it the way they did, and not even close. Even though things can still be complicated as time goes by and we allow our relationship to breathe through distance, healthy boundaries, and compassion, I can feel that there's healing happening under the surface. I understand forgiveness isn't a one and done, and that it'll be something I'm going to practice for the rest of my life. The reality is that many of us weren't raised perfectly, and many stories similar to mine are also just learning how to cope with and carry what's been handed down to them, while also trying to build something better for themselves. Because the one simple truth is that we all have mountains we must climb to forgive and be forgiven in.